Kelly of Kelly Plans It All, and I wanted to come on today and share something super important because it is Laura Heywood of Broadway Girl NYC's birthday. And for her birthday, because she normally would spend that in a theater, she's asked that we all basically just do like a digital love letter to theater using the hashtag TheatreChangedMyLife. And so I wanted to share with you for Laura's birthday the story of my theater immersion, obsession, whatever you want to call that. See what's going on behind me? Theater. Um, so uh, I guess it probably started for me as a really little girl. We have a pretty vibrant local theater scene in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. My grandmother and my mom would take us to it's a big regional theater now, but it was rooted in being a children's theater back in the 80s and 90s. And every time there was a production, whether it was Alice in Wonderland or Cinderella or whatever the Christmas show was that year, me and my mom, my grandmother, my sister, my aunts, my cousins, all of my cousins pretty much were female except for like one. So all of the girls in the family would go see whatever the show was, because we're all very close in age. Like my cousin Amanda is a year younger than me, and then there's another cousin, and then there's my sister. So like we just would all go. We're all really close in age. So that's kind of where I got started, and I liked kind of the like fanciness of it. Like when you're 5 and you get to wear a poofy dress and tights and shiny shoes, it's like a big deal. And then of course I enjoyed the performances, but so I grew up doing that kind of thing. And then in school, like going to whatever the junior high play was or whatever the high school play was, I had a bunch of siblings, so we didn't really do national tours and stuff, that we could have not afforded to take 7 people to the theater. And if they would have taken me to do that, they would have had to pay for something equally as expensive for the other 4 children to experience. So that was just not going to happen. I didn't do that growing up. But when I went to college, my first semester, Rent came to Dallas. This was 2002. And, my older brothers had all kind of like left the house. They were gone to the military, gone doing their own thing. It was just me and my sister at home. So my mom and my stepdad and me and my sister went to see Rent at Dallas, in Dallas at the Majestic Theater, the national tour with, um, just, it was incredible. And this was like the internet was a baby. It was 2002. So it existed, and like music downloading existed, like Napster and that kind of stuff. I didn't have I had to get my hands on the music as quickly as possible, and they didn't sell it at like Walmart or any place local that I could just grab it. So like I think I ordered the double CD set on eBay and had it like delivered to my college mailbox, to get it as quickly as possible. Like someone was selling it for like stupid cheap, like $5 or something. So I ordered the Rent Broadway cast recording on eBay, used from somebody for very little, and became thoroughly obsessed at that point. But again, poor college student, didn't really have money to go to a lot of theater. My roommate was heavily involved in our college's theater program, so I went to her shows, which were not musicals. I don't know why they didn't do musicals at that school. They did all straight plays, which is fine, but it's not my preference. But then, going into becoming like an adult with money, eventually, started going to national tours more regularly, but Hamilton hooked me. It hooked me back into the things I had forgotten, because really my earliest musical experiences were like Disney movies and, movie musicals, because when you don't live in New York, you can't just like go get rush tickets to whatever, or, run down and see a show. It's just, you don't have that agency. When you can't drive, or when your mom won't let you drive to Dallas, which was about 30 minutes away. So I didn't have the opportunity. So as an adult with money, of course, we started doing those things. But like I said, Hamilton, because it put me in a position to be involved in a community of theater lovers. Getting involved as a Patreon peep of the Hamilcast and as part of Hamiltunes Dallas. Those are the experiences where I found my people and found people who would go to shows with me that maybe wouldn't be a show my husband would want to see, or maybe he already saw it with me once and he doesn't want to necessarily go to that one again. So I was able to find people who I could live chat about during some random online performance, like the Sondheim birthday experience last night. I had people to talk with about that I would have never had contact with previously. There's just, and that's the part that's life changing. It's the community aspect. Like, there are things about shows that I love and that are touching and sit with me always, but it's the community of people around that is the life-changing piece. So in that vein, happy birthday, Laura. I'm glad to be a part of this community with you. And even though this isn't where you wanted to be for your birthday, I hope that we've done you proud by spreading this message and spreading this love for theater during the intermission. So happy birthday. Thanks for watching. See you soon.